So the countdown is complete and we are ready to go with the final session of day number 1 here at the World Para-Powerlifting African Championships 2018 in Algiers. And first up from Algeria is Mehdi Chiril, looking to lift 65k in his first lift. He's in the up to 54k category, and he's one of 2 juniors taking part in this. There's one in the 54 and one in the 49. Just 17 years of age, turns 18 at the end of the month. If this is the first time you are watching para-powerlifting, you'll notice how the athletes lie completely horizontal with their feet up on the bench as well as their upper body, so there's no support from the legs. It's completely the upper body doing the work. So Mehdi Chiril. Not entirely sure if he's got that. He has. His coach's reaction suggested there may be work to be done there, but the officials were happy with what they saw. Anyway, that looked pretty simple. What you're looking for is that lock off on the chest and the 2 arms then to extend symmetrically and strongly, of course. So a comfortable start for the Algerian. Now up next from Togo is Alion Bawa. The first time that we are seeing an athlete in the men's up to 49 category, and he's going for 105. He's a hairdresser by trade. Here's the 34-year-old who certainly has been competing for some time now. He started the sport in 1990 as a way of fun, socialising and being healthy, but now sees it there's a lot more than that. So this lift 105 and a chance to set a marker in the men's up to 49 category. Two to 1, good lift for Alion Bawa. Successful lift. He's quite a big name in terms of the Paralympic scene in Togo. He was their flag bearer for Rio 2016 at the opening ceremony. So the bar is going to stay at a weight of 105 because up next is Keradine Ababsa, who is in the weight category above So we're back now to the men's up to 54 competition. It's his first major competition at the age of 30. Don't know whether his coach is a higher than yet. Home crowd like what they saw, the coach seemed to as well, and it's 3 out of 3 from the officials. So successful 105 lift there from Khairuddin Rabsa. Good start from all our athletes so far. And their competitors are watching in the warm-up area. There is a screen up there that the athletes yet to come are facing, so they don't miss a bit of the action despite the fact they are behind the stage area here at the Haji Hassan Arena. Mohamed Zaran up next, and again sticking with 105. Weighs 42.4 kilos, so this would see him lift around 2.5 times of his own body weight. The 20-year-old here, still in the junior category, but doesn't look phased, and actually changed his opening weight from 100 to 105 in the last half an hour or so. He's confident he can go an extra little bit. Down and up, and it's 3 lights for him as well. And isn't he relieved with that? See that look of determination on his face, and an empowering feeling as he looks up and sees that he's got 3 out of 3 on that. Got a couple of the Nigerians just warming up there on the bench service to the left. Ikubu Adesokan and Roland Ejerike still to come. We're around the halfway point of this first batch of lifts. And up next from Côte d'Ivoire is Jean-Elvi Yapo. He's changed his opening lift, but instead of going up, he's gone down a wee bit. He was going to lift 115, now has opted to go for all the ones. So 111, the opening lift for him. He's in the up to 54 category, so his rivals that have gone so far, the 2 Algerians, Mehdi Chireu and Khairuddin Babsa. Businessman by trade. Has gone to the World Championships before, the most recent one in Mexico 2017, finished 14th there. The 29-year-old trying to lift 111, which would put him in the early stages in front. No lift. 2-1 against. So maybe a little bit of a surprise there. The coach thought it was a good one, and see the disappointment on the face of Jean-Eldy Yapo. He'll get another attempt at that. Each of the athletes getting 3 attempts. Of course, not being successful in an attempt does use up a lift, where you could be trying to maybe further an advantage. And of course, you want to get your first lift under your belt. A bit of a confidence boost, but not to be on that occasion. And up next, we will now go to Haj Ahmed Bejour of Algeria, completing the trio of Algerians that we have here in this session. But unlike those before him, he's in the up to 49 category. The penultimate competitor in that sense, with only Yakubu Adesokan yet to go. And 132 the target for Bejour. Won silver at the African Championships in 2011, 6th at the World Championships as well. Really will be a battle for gold between him and Yakubu Adesokan in the next hour or so. Good lift for Haj Ahmed Bejour, and that puts the pressure on the man who's going to come up a little bit later on, Yakubu Adesokan. We'll certainly be hoping for a silver medal from this event, Haj Ahmed Bejour, and in the early stages that's where he's put himself. Lifting over 3 times his body weight there. It's an incredible feat when you think about it. But these guys just make it look so easy. So up next we go to the up to 54 kilograms, and a first sighting of Taha Abdelmajid. The Egyptians so strong, particularly in the male events. Abdelmajid, a student at Cairo University, got bronze at London 2012, but that was when he was in the 48k category. Spent most of his career in the 48 category. He moved up to the 54. Time for the World Championships in Mexico in 2017, where he finished 5th. $155 is the lift he is faced with. Well, it is 3 times his body weight. 3 lights shining white for him there, Taha Abdelmajid. So we'll be hoping for a magic night in Algiers, where he'll have tough competition against Roland Ejerique, who will be coming up in the not too distant future. But it's his countryman coming to the stage next, back again to the men's up to 49 category, and it will be Yakubu Adesokan, who has got quite a story to back him up. He suffered a fractured shoulder blade in 2004, and it really seemed like it would be the end of his career. He had to use his life savings in order to fully recover physically. He won gold in London 2012 and unfortunately couldn't make Rio 2016 despite actually being in Brazil because he missed the registration deadline. But nevertheless, a world champion in 2014, he got a bronze in 2017 in Mexico, and he also won the 2010 Commonwealth Games title as well. A lot of experience in the ranks of Yakubu Adesokan. Held his fair here against a list of 160. Wow, that's why they call him Akibara Po, which translates into too much power back in Nigeria. That is a superb lift, that, from Yakubu Adesokan, and that puts him comfortably into first position after the first round of lifts in the up to 49 category, because second to him is Haj Ahmed Bayour, and that was a lift of 132, so a gap of 28k between our provisional gold and silver medalists after one round of the men's up to 49. We've still got one lift to come though in the men's up to 54, and that's also from Nigeria, Roland Ejurike. Ejurike has been competing for Nigeria for 4 years since he made his senior debut for the national team. He's the reigning Paralympic and world champion. His lift in the Paralympics that saw him get the gold was 200k. He's never lost a major international competition. Reigning African champion. 165k to get off to the perfect start. Well, it's as easy as that, isn't it? When you're rolling Ejurike. On and off the bench in a flash. Really tidy lift, and that is the start he wanted. So all but one of our athletes managing to complete their first attempts there, which is very encouraging stuff for the rest of the competition. The weights are only going to get heavier, and the challenge is only going to get tougher. But Mehdi Cherif looks ready for that now, and he'll be pushing himself against a weight of 73k. Ensuring that he's properly strapped in there. See some of the seats in the background of that shot at the Harchasan Arena. There are 8,000 seats in total. usually hosts court events such as handball, basketball and volleyball as well. This really is a whole different ball game. Mehdi Chirou going 8k heavier here. It looks like he's succeeded, and the officials agree. 2 out of 3 of them do. And those in green in the crowd here and of an Algerian persuasion, very much delighted with the exploits there of Mehdi Chirou. Up next is Alion Bawa of Togo, and he's going for 110. See the dignitaries that are here in the posh seats, if you like. Here for the opening night of action at these World Para-Powerlifting African Championships, and of course we just before this session had the opening ceremony, which was a wonderful treat for the spectators. Some traditional Algerian music from a local band coming on, and also a speech as well from the president for the NPC here, and very good atmosphere about this event, and that only breeds confidence into the athletes. Alion Bawa going for this lift, and it's 110, 5k more than what he previously lifted. It's a good lift. 2 out of 2 for Bawa. Nice and easy does it. Well, he says his most influential person is Emmanuel Adebayor, former Togo footballer. And Bawa certainly has been on target in his first 2 attempts. Sticking with 110, the Mohamed Zaran up next, the junior entry in the up to 49 group. You can see there, just like Bawa, he managed to succeed with 105 first time around, and raising the bar a little bit further in the same way as his Togo rival, are now going for 110. Big moment this in the young career of Mohamed Zaran. A little bit of a stagnation in the middle of that, and that's gone against him. No lift, which is unfortunate. But no real surprise. Still get a third attempt to try and hit the 110. Jean-Elvi Yapo to come up next for Côte d'Ivoire. Quite manage it on the first occasion. He did get one white light going in his favour, but the two against his downfall. Coach within the Jean-Noel Malo. Really supportive on the side of the stage, as are all the coaches here. It's important that the coaches have a good relationship with the athlete and instill a positive mindset, a winning mindset. Now that again is a marginal no lift for Jean-Elvi Yapo, 2-1 against, and again there just seemed to be a little bit of a stagnation as he was bringing that one back up there. You can see he fixed it down to his chest in perfect fashion, but just that little stall there. And he'll be hoping he can perfect that and iron out these little errors that are going against him at the moment when it comes to the final lift, which is in the not too distant future. Well, now aiming for 111 is Kiladine Ababsa of Algeria. Certainly a look of purpose on his face as he went down under the bar. Big one this, and twice of his body weight. Crowd like it. Oh, as do the judges. Well, that really is a weight off the shoulders there of Kiladine Ababsa. He's got 111 next to his name. He won't be here expecting a medal, although provisionally he is in bronze. But it's about those little gains, those PBs tumbling, and the building of confidence, especially in front of your home crowd. If you're not going to get confidence on home territory, when are you? Ahmed Bior up now, aiming for 140, and this is back in the up to 49 category. But at the moment he is second, and whether he succeeds with this lift or not, he will stay second to Yakubu Adesokan, who's already lifted 160. You can see our jury there do a wonderful job. There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of technicalities involved in this sport. we now have the arrival of Haj Ahmed Bayour. Started powerlifting in 2002 to the 35-year-old and made his Algerian debut 7 years later in 2009. 9 years later, he's competing in an African Championship. In front of a home crowd. Oh, the will of the crowd there trying to drag that up, and they've succeeded in their support. Successful lift at 140 there for Haj Ahmed Bayour, who solidifies his position in the silver medal spot. Well, Taha Abdelmajid is up next, and he's also aiming for silver as well. He's going for 160 here, which is 5k behind Roland Ejerique. So it seems like Abdelmajid, if he does think he's got an outside shot of winning the gold, he's going to wait until the final lift to do it. This lift will not affect the standings. It's the same weight, and that got him the bronze medal the World Championships in 2010. Yours at around 5k lighter then. It'll still be impressive if he manages it, nevertheless. 8 years later at these African Games, and he has. Good lift. Seeing a lot of good lifts here. Still just 3 unsuccessful attempts so far in the opening 2 rounds. We've still got 2 athletes to come, and one of them shortly will be Abdelmajid's rival Roland Ejerique. But before that, it's back to Yakubu Adesokan, who's managed 160 already, and now he's really flexing his muscles as he goes for 170. Adesokan actually had a street named after him in Oyo after his gold in 2012. Nigerians have a lot of big names in the world of powerlifting, and Yakubu Adesokan is absolutely one of them. He's the African record holder after his lift in Congo at the African Championships in 2015 of 182. That's actually only 1.5 off the world record, currently held by Lee Van Kong of Vietnam. But this here is not for the world record, it's just for progression, this lift of 170. Well, he's managed it. No wonder the veins are pumping. Nearly 4 times his own body weight. And it's a really good lift from a 39-year-old who surely, if he hadn't already, has sealed the gold now with a lift 30k superior to that of Haji Ahmed Biyours. So the last lift of round 2, and again we're going up in an increment of 10 as Roland Desirike goes for 175. Well, I mentioned before he can hit 200. It only took 180. I say only 180, but certainly can lift higher than what he showed at the World Championships in December, and it's a good lift there with 3 green lights on 175. Superb strength that from Roland Desirike. Upper body's so big, it looks like his vest is about to burst when he's sat upright, and there's his coach just plotting what the next lift will be. So on to the final round of attempts. Mehdi Chirou of Algeria, who succeeded in his previous 2 lifts, really is pushing the boat out here now with 84. This would be impressive. And it's no lift. It's unfortunate that for Mehdi Chirou, who managed to get the bar up, but not cleanly enough for the officials' liking. So his best lift will go down in 73. Good experience for Mehdi Chirou. So Mohamed Zahran now with his final round. You'll notice that the bar for him is lower due to his impairment being that of short stature. So the rack level is at 4 here. When you contrast that to Mehdi Chirou, who's come before him, and he was up at 15. Each athlete says before they compete what their preferred rack height is at. Mohamed Zahran here just stares out the bar. It looks like he's staring at the official. He's not. Although that would be one way of intimidating when the referee's giving you a white light. So Zahran with his second crack at 110. He's already got 105. It's a good lift, 2-1. He has mastered it. And a big well done to him. It may yet be enough for a bronze medal, and that will be down to Alion Barwa. If Barwa fails his next lift, then Zahran will have got a bronze because he's got the lighter body weight by 0.1k. But we'll come to the ramifications of that as and when we need to. We won't for a while, because up next is Jean-Elvis Yapo, who is the only athlete yet to lift successfully. But it was too narrow defeats in the previous couple of lifts. He's now going for 112. This lift could potentially get him the bronze medal. Using all the time he can here. Big push up, but no lift. So unfortunately, Jean-Elvis Yapo will not get a medal here. Failed to register a lift in his 3 attempts, which he'll be disappointed about. You can see he locks it onto his chest, and there's a bit of a jerk, and just not a clean lift. His back flattens out onto the bench, and all 3 officials spotted that. That means that the bronze medal will go to this fella, Khaireddine Ababsa, and he'll look to crown it off with a lift of 113 after 2 very good attempts previously at 105 and 111. See the coach on the far left of your screen there, crouching down and giving his last words of wisdom and encouragement. Well, the 30-year-old is already on the podium, where he's finished in style with that lift of 113. 3 white lights in his favour. Another Algerian medal, this time for Khaireddine Hababsat. Now, Alian Bawa has to succeed in this lift to get a medal, because he weighs 100 grams more than Mohamed Zaran, and they've both lifted the same amount, 110. Alian Bawa here going for 115. Come a long way since starting in 1990. He said his biggest achievement was competing at his first African Championships in Congo in 2015, but since then he's been to a Paralympic Games, he's been a Togo flag bearer in Rio. Can he get a bronze medal? If he lifts it successfully, he will be on the podium. Slow and steady, but steady the important part of it, and it will be a bronze medal for Alian Bawa of Togo. Really smooth that, you don't have to rush it. He waves to the crowd and applauds them. Big thumbs up as well. Well, I won't mind getting my haircut by Alian Bawa. He certainly would have enough to talk about. And the 34-year-old will have a bronze medal to boast as well. Haj Ahmed Bayour to come next, and he's already got himself a silver medal in the men's up to 49k weight, the lightest weight category out of the men. So 143 is far from light. Again, just under 3 times his body weight. Just to cap off what's been a successful evening in his home capital for Haj Ahmed Bayour. Can he make it 3 out of 3? And there he goes. 3 out of 3 on the board. 3 out of 3 from the officials. And a successful and perfect silver for Haj Ahmed Bayour. This is how he did it. Really good conviction in there. Just squeezed it up. sturdy action from him. So sticking with the silvers, and now in the 54 kg category, Taha Abdelmajid, he's really got himself a silver. And it's 163 that he's aiming for now, just to really add the gloss to proceedings. Used to just missing out on silvers. Bronze medalist at London 2012 and at the World Championships in 2010. Since then at the World Championships he's finished 4th and 5th as he's gone up the weight divisions. But a chance to solidify himself on the podium here in Algeria. We'll be taking silver away from him. He knows that already. He also knows the importance of adding those few extra kilograms to his best lift total. Wow, really good lift, and it's not often you see an athlete decide to take the bar on for themselves without a spotter behind to give them that support. It's a risky tactic. I think his coach may be saying that to him as well. But Taha Abdelmajid smiles and leaves the stage. The next time he'll be on here is when he's collecting his silver medal. You can see the spotter just to the top right of the screen. Nothing for him to do. Abdelmajid can do it all himself. So 3 successful lifts for him. And now we're on to our 2 Nigerians and our 2 gold medalists from the evening. Yakubu Adesokan up next. And he's going for 176. The stakes just getting higher and higher. Nearly 4 times his body weight. And you have to say, kudos to the coach that recommended the sport to him back at the start of his career. They saw his physique and his strength and they thought, we know the sport for you. And he's been through his ups and downs, Yakubu Adesokan, through injury and spending his life savings on getting back fit after the fractured shoulder blade in 2004. But his catalogue of medals show that he's already reached his reward. And he's got a gold here as well. Can he make it? 3 successful lifts out of 3. He can. Jury favours him 2-1. And 176 will go down as his best lift of the competition as he steams on to gold. And well, he's not going to be the only Nigerian top of the podium tonight, because coming up now in the up to 54 category will be Roland Ejerike, who I'm sure will be buoyed by that performance there from Yakubu Adesokan. Just remember, it's completely down to the upper body, this. Mesmerising stuff. Here comes Roland Ejerique. A lift of 180. So it's the weight that made him a world champion in December in Mexico. Time for him to do it all again, as he just puts the cherry on top of his golden cake. Oh, what a way to finish. 3 white lights for Roland Ejerique. You can see how much energy he was exerting on that there through his facial expression, where he looks cool as ice as he exits the stage. And that is the end of competition. As we look at that from Roland Ejerique, he is the African champion in the men's up to 54 bracket. Roland Ejerique with 180 being his best lift. Silver then will go to Taha Abdelmajid of Egypt, and bronze for Kenedine Babsa of Algeria. In the up to 49 white division, gold for Yakubu Adesokan of Nigeria, silver for Algeria's Haj Ahmed Biyour, and bronze will go to Togo's Alion Bawa. Very shortly we will have the victory ceremony for both of those categories. Do stay with us in what is the final session of the first day of the 2018 World Para Powerlifting African Championships. We very much hope you're enjoying the action, and we'll be back very soon with the victory ceremony.
Attention all technical officials, we will have the meeting. All technical officials, please come to the judge room. We will have the meeting now. to 49 kilogram junior. سيداتي وسادتي والآن نبدأ حفل تتويج الفائزين في أطلس 49 كيلوغرام رجال.
We are with the medal presentation. You may be wondering, why is Mohamed Zahran up on his own? Well, that is because he managed to beat the minimum qualification standard set for Tokyo 2020, which was 105 kilograms, and any junior that manages that over the course of this weekend here at the African Championships will be rewarded with a junior gold. And Mohamed Zahran not only manages to get 105, he also managed 110 as well. So he claims the junior title. So congratulations to him, and he has earned gold, and to be able to hear his country's national anthem on the stage here in Algiers. So many congratulations for Mohamed Zahran of Egypt, junior champion here at the World Para-Powerlifting African Championships, with that lift of 110 kilograms and surpassing the minimum qualifying standard set of 105. So don't be surprised, this may be, just maybe, there's a chance that come Tokyo 2020 he may be there, but of course one way to go for that to happen for him and for all of our Paralympic hopefuls at these African Championships. That's the first of the medal presentations. Very shortly we will have the senior medals for the men's up to 49 kilograms, and it was a pretty close fought thing for bronze. In fact, Mohamed Zahran could have got himself a senior bronze, but for Alion Barwar's lift of 115 in his third attempt. There's three medalists in the men's up to 49 kilograms, all managing three successful lifts each. So a perfect scorecard, and that's exactly how you want your competition to go, and that's exactly what you want if you're a neutral as well, to be watching the best that Africa has to offer in the world of powerlifting, and for them to be right on form. So here are our medalists, and you can see there Aliou Bawa leading them out, the bronze medalist, 34-year-old, weighing just 42.5 kilos, but managing to lift 115 on his way to a medal. Also joining him, the home favourite Hadj Ahmed Bior of Algeria. He managed to surpass the weight he lifted at the World Championships in 2017 by 3k, got 143 kilograms. But the man in the middle, and the main man, Yakubu Adesokan, with a super lift of 176. So those medalists just being introduced to the crowd now. Togo, a nation that really represents an NPC that is keen to grow its para-sport programme, and it is the likes of those that are there at the moment, Aliou Bawa, that have to keep achieving these sort of medals and accolades to represent. Look, put your mind to it, you really can achieve, as he has, and I'm sure he'll be telling his customers at the barbershop all about that. Hadj Ahmed Bior getting the silver medal, another medal for Algeria, who really have stacked the events that will be taking place this weekend. They are keen to display the talent they have got in their ranks, and they've done that already on day one. So we look forward to seeing what else they can conjure up in the coming couple of days of competition. But a big well done to Yakubu Adesokan, gold medalist for Nigeria once again. His trophy cabinet must be getting very full. Well, if you asked me before tonight what the Nigerian national anthem sounded like, I wouldn't have much of a clue, but after tonight and the amount of medals already that Nigeria have won, it's becoming a very familiar tune. And talking of familiar tunes, one for the home crowd to enjoy as well. See Hadj Ahmed Bior singing along to it, and quite a few on the front row are as well, of the Algerian team. So big well done there to the medalist in the men's up to 49k, and still to come we have the men's up to 54k, where it's another medal for Algeria as they get bronze. Silver for Egypt. And we'll be hearing that Nigerian national anthem one more time before the night is out. Roland Ezurike, the African champion. Join us for that very shortly. So now the medal presentation for the men's up to 54 kilo. No new name next to that on first position as Roland Ezurike defends his African title. But either side of him, a couple of new faces perhaps, the likes of Abdelmajid to the left there, getting the silver, and Algeria's Kiradine Ababsa getting the bronze.